Does wealth equate to happiness? Is it possible for anyone to amass a fortune? Let's delve into these questions. We live in a world of myths, especially when it comes to wealth. Let's debunk some of these myths with insights from Felix Dennis, an eccentric legend in the magazine publishing world who amassed hundreds of millions before his death in 2009. Myth 1. People got rich by accident. This is like saying someone won the lottery without buying a ticket. It's not the case. As Dennis said, the follow-through, the execution is 1,000 times more important than a great idea. So, don't sit around waiting for a lucky break. Get busy. Myth 2. People got rich by having a great idea. Yes, ideas are important, but without execution, even the greatest ideas are worthless. According to Dennis, if the execution is perfect, it sometimes barely matters what the idea is. So it's not about having a light bulb moment, it's about turning that light bulb into a beacon of success. Myth 3. What people did to get rich before can't be done today. This is a defeatist attitude. The world is constantly changing and new opportunities are always arising. The methods may change, but the principles remain the same. Hard work, perseverance, and a keen eye for opportunity have always been and will always be the keys to wealth. So how rich could you get following Dennis's advice? Well, he claimed he couldn't teach you to be Bill Gates or J.K. Rowling rich, but he could provide thoughts on acquiring more wealth than you know what to do with if you want it. Does being rich guarantee happiness? No. It can provide you with comfort and possessions, but it also often comes with the stress of protecting your wealth and the guilt of figuring out what to do with it. Let's be clear, wealth is not a birthright, nor is it a matter of luck. It's not about your background or having a great idea. It's about execution and perseverance. As we can see, getting rich is not a matter of luck or a single brilliant idea. It's about execution and perseverance. So, how rich can you get if you follow Felix Dennis's advice? Well, according to Felix Dennis, wealth isn't a singular, monolithic entity. Instead, it's a spectrum, a range that starts from the comfortably poor and stretches all the way to the super rich. This spectrum reflects the diversity of wealth and its different manifestations. Let's start at the lower end of the spectrum. Here we find the comfortably poor, those with a net worth between $2 and $4 million. They're not struggling, but they're not exactly rolling in riches either. Next, we have the comfortably off, individuals with a net worth between $4 and $10 million. They have more financial flexibility, but they're still a long way from the pinnacle of wealth. Then we enter the realm of the comfortably wealthy, those with a net worth between $10 and $30 million. They're not just comfortable, they're living a life of luxury. Further along the spectrum, we find the lesser rich, the comfortably rich, and the rich. These individuals, with net worths ranging from $30 to $200 million, have ascended to a different level of wealth altogether. Beyond them, we encounter the seriously rich, the truly rich, and the filthy rich. These individuals, with net worths ranging from $200 million to just under $2 billion, are in a league of their own. Finally, at the top of the spectrum, we have the super rich. These are the individuals with a net worth exceeding $2 billion. They're not just rich, they're extraordinarily, mind-bogglingly rich. But remember, each level on this wealth spectrum comes with its own set of challenges and benefits. More money can mean more freedom and opportunities, but it can also mean more responsibility, more stress, and more complexity. Wealth, as per Felix Dennis, is not a one-size-fits-all concept. It has different levels, and each level comes with its own set of challenges and benefits. Does your background determine your wealth potential? Let's see what Felix Dennis has to say about this. Now, it's common to hear stories of people being held back by their race, sex, or upbringing. But according to Dennis, if you believe that these factors can keep you from becoming rich, then you might as well give up. It's a harsh reality, but also a liberating one. Because money, in its essence, is a neutral substance. It doesn't care about your past or your struggles. It doesn't care about your skin color or your gender. What it does respond to is your curiosity, your willingness to learn, and your determination to succeed. So, if you're busy learning, you're busy growing, and growing can lead you to the valley of serious wealth. Thus, your background does not define your financial future. Your curiosity and willingness to learn do. Is getting rich worth it? Let's hear from a man who had hundreds of millions of dollars at his disposal. Felix Dennis, an eccentric legend in the magazine publishing world, had a unique perspective on the cost of wealth. He was a man who had seen it all, experienced it all, and lived to tell the tale. His reflections on his journey to amass incredible wealth are enlightening and at times sobering. Dennis spent a significant portion of his life, up until about 7 years before his death, working 12 to 16 hours a day, relentlessly pursuing money. Despite having hundreds of millions of dollars in assets, he found it difficult to let go of the pursuit. He admitted it was, in his words, pathetic. This is a powerful testimony coming from a man who had more wealth than most can even dream of. It raises the question, is the pursuit of wealth worth it? According to Dennis, the answer lies in balance and knowing your limits. If he could do it all over again, he would aim for a comfortable level of wealth, enough to live where he wanted, to go where he wanted, to do what he wanted, to meet who he wanted. For him, this meant around $60 to $80 million, a sum he aimed to acquire by the age of 35. Then, he would cash out and focus on enjoying life. He saw the value not in the relentless pursuit of wealth, but in having the time and freedom to do what he loved. He found joy in planting trees and spending his days doing things that brought him satisfaction and peace. His advice: aim for comfortable wealth, know your limits, and respect them. In the end, wealth is not just about having money. It's about having the time and freedom to do what you love. As Felix Dennis puts it, real winners are people who know their limits and respect them.